Hello, welcome back to my in vitro journey. So I went to Monterrey and did my second in vitro. My first one I had done previously at a different clinic. The first one I did in Ciudad Juarez, which is across the border from El Paso, but this time I flew out to Monterrey. I flew out from Ciudad Juarez to Monterrey because the flights are cheaper. But I'm so happy I decided to go to Monterrey. I went in November. Right now it's January, so I went, 2 months ago? Or about to be 2 months ago. And I think it was the best decision I made because I wasn't happy with the clinic. I wasn't happy with the clinic here in Juarez. So I did research and decided, pick one of the clinics that is located in Monterrey. I went to IECH, Centro Fertilidad, because Monterrey has some of the latest technology and very modern city, and Juarez, it doesn't have that. So I went with IECH. I love my doctor. My doctor was really good. I loved her. I love this clinic because I obviously told my doctor, like everything I had already done. And previously in Juarez, I had done 1 in vitro, did 3 transfers, and none were successful. So, that was kind of sad to me, like, it didn't work. So I decided to go out there. And this clinic I liked because I, told her everything I had done already. And then she said, 3 transfers is a long time. Or, like, it's a lot of tries to not have a successful transfer. Like, I'm going to do some extra testing to see, like, what is going on. And so she did my testing, whatever she found that she needed to test me on. And I was more upset with my last clinic because now I found out, I already knew that I had like thyroid issues, so I was already taking medicine for that, but it was still not at a good balance. So she also found that my vitamin D is super low. It was like super low. And she told me, she's like, without your vitamin D, like, you're not gonna be able to get pregnant because you need that. Like, that's a big infertility issue that a lot of women out there are very low on vitamin D. So I was never gonna get pregnant this whole time because my vitamin D was like ridiculously low. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I just, went to go do in vitro at my last clinic and it was never gonna work. Like, I felt like I just paid all this money for nothing. And not just money, my time. I believe I was there 5 months. Like, the first month I had my fallopian tube removed, and then I had another month to recover, and then I started, the egg retrieval, and which was a fresh transfer, and then I did 2 more. So I wasted, 5 months trying to have a baby, and it didn't work. And in those 5 months I also gained around 30 pounds. So she was kind of telling me, like, like, you gained a lot of weight. So it also could be like that your body is not wanting to accept anything because it's not used to like your weight. And also I had something else. I was like close to being pre-diabetic, so she also gave me some medicine for that, which also has something to do with the thyroid too. And she told me my thyroid isn't balanced. I'm never gonna get pregnant either. So you have to make sure your thyroid is in balance. So I was more mad because my doctor only did previous, my ex-doctor did previous blood work before we started in vitro, but never like during the transfers or anything. Like, she never, he never checked me, for that. And this new doctor, this new clinic, she was checking me for that. And I asked her, like, over for my transfer, like, are you gonna check my levels again? Because I'm not planning on doing a transfer anytime soon. She's like, no, yeah, like, I'm gonna check you almost every day. Sometimes you even have to come twice a day. I believe somebody told me that. But most of the time you have to go at least once a day, like, leading up to your transfer, because it's very important that the medicine we're giving you, like, that your hormones are where we need them to be. And the transfers I was doing over here in my last clinic, I wasn't going like every day. Like, he didn't even check me blood work after the first time, like 4 months before my last transfer. 2 months after blood work when we did the first transfer, he never checked for anything. So I was a little upset, but I am hoping this clinic is the one to help me out. And then Also, what else? So yeah, with those 3 things I have, I was never gonna get pregnant. So I was just, like I said, upset that I wasted my time, money, and you know, like, we really want a baby, so waiting sucks when you really want something. But so this clinic, I flew out back in November. So when you start in vitro, I'm not gonna show you like every step since I already have one video, even though it might be a little different because every clinic is different. But I mean, I'm not gonna show you every day, you know, like giving myself the shots, because it's the same thing every day, just different medicine. But in November, she told me once you get your menstrual cycle, you have to you know, let me know and try to come on the second, third, or fourth, or at least, or before your second, third, fourth day you have to come so we can start you on the medicine, on the hormones. So on the second day I flew out, the second day of my menstrual cycle, I flew out, booked my flight the night before, and took my mom with me since Rodri couldn't go. So me and mom flew out from Ciudad Juarez to Monterrey, because if you fly out from Mexico to Mexico, it's cheaper, way cheaper than flying out from El Paso to Monterrey. And then we went, I let them know, they gave me an appointment for when I was gonna, you know, land to go as soon as possible. So I got to my hotel, and then we went to the clinic, and right there she checked me right away, and she gave me the medicine. She's like, you know, it's time to start. So she gave me medicine. I'm not gonna show the medicine I got because everybody gets different medicine. Like, it just depends on your body. Like, everybody's treatment is different, nobody's treatment is the same. And we started that day with the hormones, you know, giving myself the shots. And I went there 4 times, 4 visits since I landed, including my egg retrieval. So after the first day, you know, 3 or 4 days later, I went again. And then another 3 or 4 days later, I went again. Every time she would change my medicine and make sure that my follicles, eggs were growing. And she was, you know, adjusting the hormones to whatever she needed my eggs to be, because your eggs will grow, like, they'll be this little and they'll start growing big because they need to go in there, you know, with the needle and take out the eggs. So I went on my 4th visit for the egg retrieval, and as you know, my previous egg retrieval was the worst, like the worst of the worst of the worst. I was a little scared because my last retrieval, like, I was in so much pain. Like, first of all, was a spinal tap, scared the heck out of me, since they only put me half asleep, like, with my legs down the first time with my ex clinic. And then so I had asked her, and she's like, no, we're gonna put you fully to sleep. And that's what they did. So, you know, I went in there, they gave me my IV, put whatever to put me to sleep, and I woke up and I was already in my recovery room. So what they do is, like, you know, they put you to sleep, they get this big ultrasound and this huge needle, and they go down there and they, you know, get the follicles and try and get all the eggs out. I had 12 eggs. So once I woke up, she came and she told me, like, you have 12 eggs. And I was like, oh my god, that's good. My last egg retrieval, I had 13. And this one, I had 12. So I was happy that I had 12. And then what they did do different is they did instead the ICSI. So it's where they get the best sperm and inject it to the eggs. Because my previous one, they did like the regular, where they just let the sperm attach to any egg. I don't know, it's the regular one. But this time she changed it, since, you know, our last one was successful. She's like, I'm going to tweak some stuff. And then my egg retrieval, I woke up, they gave me breakfast, I took off, I went to the hospital. And my last egg retrieval, as soon as I woke up, my stomach, or I didn't wake up because I was fully up, but as soon as they took me to my recovery room, my stomach was like huge. Like, I could feel it so bloated, like bloated AF, like bloated. And I was hurting. This time I woke up, I didn't feel anything. And I went to the hotel, I didn't feel anything. I was like, Mom, when is it going to kick in? When am I going to hurt? She did give me medicine after the egg retrieval, but I didn't feel anything at all, like nothing. And then that same day, I flew out at night back to my hometown. So I got on an airplane the same day. I think I flew back like around 8 p.m. And that's crazy because I was like, maybe I'm gonna be hurting, but I wasn't hurting at all. Like, it's like nothing ever happened to me. And my last clinic, I think they overstimulated my eggs. So because before it, like, I was so bloated, and this time I wasn't bloated like that, like, at all. It's crazy. So the egg retrieval experience, I think, depends on what clinic you go to be honest, because last time I took out 13 eggs, this time 12, so you know, just 1 egg difference. But there was no pain this time, so I think it's, you know, the way the doctor that goes down there, or like if they overstimulate your follicles, maybe. I do think my last one, do think they like overstimulated me, because I'm telling you, I was bloated going in before, and then bloated times 100 coming out, and hurting, painful. This time I had nothing, like no pain. I was shook, but I was like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna feel pain, because I was really not looking forward to it, since I already knew what they were gonna do. And yeah, I was happy because we got 12 eggs, and then in like 5 days they let me know I had 2 embryos. And a month later I had they emailed me like the grading. So one of my embryos is a 4AA, and the other one, no, I'm lying, one of them is a 3AA, and the other one's a 3AB or 3BB. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Let me check, because I was actually looking at it the other day. So I have, because they email it to you. They email it to you. So I had a 3AA and a 3BB. So there's this chart where you like, they show you, not there, like I found it on one of the IVF groups that I'm in, saying like which grades are the best. And I was seeing that 3A and 3BB are like really good numbers to be at. So I'm excited. My last clinic, I had 6 embryos, but they never gave me the grading. So I don't know how they were, but this time I only have 2. So enough for 1 transfer. So I'm hoping this time, you know, it's the time. So my experience there, super nice clinic. Like the communication is really good. You either call them, or mainly all would WhatsApp message them, and they reply to you fast depending like on what you need. So I would either contact my doctor or the assistant. The pricing, I'm gonna do another video like giving all the pricing information, but it's very affordable. And then what else? So I will not be going back for a transfer until it's January, until September. So after my wedding, I do get married in August, and I'm having a destination wedding. So I didn't want to be pregnant because my wedding is in Mexico, and I don't want to, you know, like give birth over there, or like, I don't know, I just wanted to have fun for my wedding. So we're gonna wait till September 2022. So hopefully this, you know, this in vitro is the one to give us, you know, the babies we want. We want 3 babies, so I know I'm still gonna have to do another in vitro, depending, you know, if 1 or 2 stick. But I'm definitely going back to this clinic. Like, I really like the way they do things, and the way they treat you. So my clinic that I went to is in Monterrey, IECH, Centro Fertilidad. And thank you for coming along with me in this journey. I will have just like 1 or 2 more videos on Invitro. The next one will be like sharing how much it was at this new clinic, last clinic, and just showing, you know, how much it's cost us to do in vitro. Because when I started looking into in vitro, I was looking at a lot of YouTube videos, and when I was looking at them, I was like, you know what, like, I'm going to vlog my journey. That way, like, women that have the same issue, you know, having to go through in vitro, can see it, because those videos helped me out a lot. Like, I didn't know what I was going to go into watching the videos, and people, I know I didn't put a lot of like the videos while, you know, giving shots and stuff, but I'll just put one. But it's because it's the same thing every day. Like, do you really want to see 12 days giving myself shots 2 to 3 times a day? Like, it's the same thing. So that's why I don't show it. That's about it for this video. Thank you for coming along with me. to my in vitro journey.